I never felt like I was alone. I feel like I could rally with professionals to say, this is what this child needs and how can we get them this. And
just services set up for us, finding the doctor, finding the visit, training by certain due dates every year, and that helps you keep fresh on behaviors or anything like that. You'll probably be doing a training every, fresh, which is actually very helpful.
EPS, the government provides certain programs and benefits, and I think Medicaid as well. So yeah, you guys have a whole team.
Which before I started, I didn't see it this way, is that families are just value of the family and like how to honor my kids, whoever is in my home, like their first family, and how to hold space for that has been a really good lesson to me.
To the same growth phases. So like you might have if they never experienced chips, they're gonna almost cope the same exact way as when they first experience that, and we get to teach them how to do that. 17-year-olds get to help them through that. So you never really age out or when you actually get into a family.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And Sarah touched on development, and you mentioned it here. If a child or a teen earlier age of development, they need the support to catch up and develop the older age. So that's amazing that you guys are able to.
Because if they never get that opportunity, they go all things. The lack of attachment, lack of those skills that they never learned as a child. So even teen and your half-year-old, like there's so many impacts you can make before they go out on their own.
Yeah, you never took.
No, that's a great point. Opportunities, and so I think it's amazing. And Liza and Jonathan are inspiring you, and you're feeling like, oh, this is maybe something I'm curious about. I would encourage you to reach out to a local agency and just talk to them. Start the process to learn something in you that's kind of pulling you towards that. There might be an actual child out there that needs you specifically involved. So that brings me to my next question, which is, what do you
people that friends you see every day, go to church with? I thought foster parents were kind of isolated, but that's not the case. You can be a normal person and be a foster parent. That's what I wish more people knew. So we have time. My wife is starting to, but we just have some extra kids.
Rampant. And this is one of the amazing things about the digital age too, is that there are so many resources and communities and networks of be a part of.
They'll cook us dinner or everything. Oh, I can never foster, but oh, you're doing it. And that we can spread that normal.
Provide that full-time care, or to just lend some words of encouragement or visit a family that is foster. Really great point. Well, that's actually was my next question. We kind of already answered it. How can individuals support foster families even if they can't foster themselves? So yeah, we already answered that one. Or is there anything else that you guys might think?
Yeah, I think just even if you have friends that foster, just being with them to like share.
Yeah, we had several different seasons where we were going through foster parents. Sometimes maybe I don't think we're alone in this, but we say, hey, we don't want to bother other people with our problems, or we chose things by. So being that safe place for them is really great.
Yeah, 100%. I think that there's kind of this balance between offering help to others and then also wanting or needing something, but not necessarily communicating that. Learning how to ask for that as well. Awesome.
I think just changing your family dynamic, like that shift, the most challenging thing. So like when we brought in our gonna need and like be present for them and meet their needs individually can be, within reason. That's
the dynamic is going to change whether you go from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2. We can't parent our children the same way we would if we had a single only child, right? We need to figure out new patterns and new.
Yeah. Were there any ages, like when you were first getting started? What were some of the things?
Support groups that have.
Well, with the same agency, and every foster family has a different outcome for certain kids. So like maybe one is a reunification, one is an adoption, one is a kinship. Oh, that's what it could look like down that path. That's what it could look like down that path. That really helped us get not every scenario, but a lot of the different scenarios
involved in the process. Even to do that, there will be other you can chat with and maybe connect with somebody that's like you guys mentioned, someone that's a great point. for people that are going on that journey too,
or have grown up. There's kids that were aged out of foster care. There's like our adopted daughter, and so that's a really great resource too. Just everybody out on the social network.
That's a great point. Yeah. So we've got, I think, about 4 minutes left. What would you say?
Your home who's safe and you're getting like into routines and they're starting to feel like, you know, you are the safe place that you hope to be. Like the growth that happens, it just goes so fast. And so like one of my favorite memories is we had a 3-year-old, and when I remember holding him in the mirror and
first call me his word for dad. Having him call me that, you know, even for how one time she's like, I need a haircut. Can you give me a haircut? And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm so nervous about this. But that was her, you know, being vulnerable and saying, I need help and I trust you. And so she let me, you know, give her
That's a big deal. In my head for the last month or so is, you know, and I mentioned it earlier too, is, you know, the girl to ask her foster dad to cut her hair. Like, to me, as already answered to what's one way the average person can help out with foster care without becoming a foster parent.
Resources too.
That's a good point you brought up. I don't think we've mentioned yet. There's different requirements depending on the length requirements than more than 72 hours. Is that correct?
Yep, that's right. You know, more vetted as anybody. So.
Baby. So I know y'all are not exactly free up all the valuable for everyone that's listening. And so thanks.
I want to remind you that you can enter our other online giveaway by donating at cardsforcubs.org under the first time. One more to go, so I recommend you guys enter it if you want to win. Our winner for the first online have won this bag right here. See you guys back in 1 minute.